Hanji frickin' Zoe. I had to pay tribute to the GOAT, obviously. This chapter. What is up, everybody? Burna Kenshin here again with another Attack on Titan video. Chapter 132 of the manga dropped the other day, and this chapter left me an emotional wreck. Pretty sure it left everyone an emotional wreck because, jeez, this chapter was intense. I say that every time, but these past few chapters have been mind-blowing. So the title of this chapter is Wings of Freedom. Before the chapter had dropped and when the title was announced, I knew this was going to be an important chapter just by the name. It's such a powerful name, Wings of Freedom. I knew it was going to have some huge significance. I was like, this is going to be good. So I'm going to jump right into the chapter. No hesitation, no bullshit. We're going to jump straight into this chapter because this was a long chapter and there was so much going on, and so I'm just going to get started. We left off on the heroes reaching the city within Marley, and they need to get the plane up and running. They are running out of time, and apparently this plane had explosive attached to it, and Armin had suggested that maybe they should use those explosions. But then he says, wait, I don't know. I think Armin is very smart. He's really, really smart. But he doubts himself. That's why he was like, oh, we should use these explosions. And at the same time, he's like, wait, I don't know. He always doubts himself. And I'm really scared now that Armin has become the new commander, which we will get into that later. But I think Armin's smart. He just doesn't think right. He just always doubts himself, and I really hate that about Armin. He always comes up with these really smart ideas, and yet he doubts himself about them. He doesn't go forward with it. He's just kind of like, oh wait, this may not work. And then Falco's freak out. He is freaking out because he had just woke up and he knows everyone is dead. Liberio is destroyed. Marley is destroyed. He's like, Captain, McGath, Liberio, even my family. He's having a total freak out, just like when Annie, in past chapters, she was having that emotional breakdown, and so is Falco. But I feel I feel really bad for Falco because, he's this little kid and he's freaking out. And Peak, straight up tells him that no, the Colossal Titans have already reached Marley and have just completely destroyed everything. So there's no hope for that anymore, and Peak is feeling kind of hopeless as well. She's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I don't know anymore. She feels like she's just kind of there now, along with everyone else. Then we have this moment where Annie is crushing on Armin, which I feel is very out of character for Annie. I feel like Isayama just kind of threw this in here all of a sudden. This just, for me personally, this doesn't feel like Annie to me. Annie was very, she kept to herself a lot, and she was very seclusive. This doesn't seem like Annie. She just comes out and, is blushing when Mikasa is like, yo, since when? And Annie's just over here blushing, so in love with Armin, or she has this crush on him. It just doesn't feel like Annie anymore for me. It's not even the same character for me personally. Just the fact that she is crushing over Armin, and there's an apocalypse going on. It's the end of the world, and she's over here like, ooh, Armin. What? And then Armin too. Armin's totally crushing over Annie as well, and it's just so weird. I don't know. I know all the Annie and Armin shippers are going crazy right now. They're like, oh my god, it's canon, and they're going crazy right now. But for me personally, like I mentioned in my past videos, I'm not so much of a shipper. I don't ship them. I'm just kind of neutral about it. But for me personally, I just don't feel like this is Annie anymore. Her character has completely changed. She just it's not Annie for me anymore. Captain Levi is back, but he is a total wreck. He looks so wasted. I love this dialogue here with him and Armin where he's like, you should sleep a little more, and Levi's like, sleep more? If I sleep longer, you guys will just forget about me. I thought that was hilarious. But Levi he's wasted. I don't see him fighting anytime soon or fighting at all. I'm really scared that he's probably going to go out in the next chapter or so. He's done for. He's on his last leg. He's just kind of there at this point. Poor Levi. He's fought hard, but he's had his time. He had his time. He was a badass back then, but now unfortunately he's wasted. He's done for. Then we get this flashback that seems to be their plan before the attack on Liberia. So we get Eren, Yelena, and Flock talking about the plan. And Yelena had mentioned Zeke's plan to Hanji and the others. And she was saying how his plan was right. Like, you guys gotta admit, his plan was right. It was better than having thousands to millions of people dying, and Hanji admits that Zeke's plan wouldn't have been the best option, but it's better than the rumbling. We get this panel here of Levi with 2 fingers. Ugh. He like grips or grabs the sword handle with 2 fingers, and Levi's like, oh, this is fine, I'm totally fine, and he's just like grabbing the blade with 2 fingers, and I'm like, Levi, know when to give up. I know, I feel really bad. Then we have this panel here of the warriors, and before they take off and saying their goodbyes. Reiner, he kind of apologizes to Annie. He apologizes to Annie for pretty much what he all started. And Annie not holding back, she's just kind of like, there were so many times that I just wanted to kill you. And Peak is just like, oh, and Reiner's just like, I am sorry, and they say their goodbyes, and they even have a goodbye hug. My heart. And Annie saying goodbye to everyone because she's staying behind, and we have this panel here of Annie and Armin is just like looking at Annie, and Annie's like, see ya. This is so sweet, but at the same time is kind of confusing. Like I said before, this ship was just kind of thrown at us. There was no time for development with this ship. It just kind of, Isayama was just like, Annie and Armin is canon now. Here's Annie and Armin as a ship. They're totally crushing on each other, and I'm just over here like, what? When did this happen? This just happened so sudden. Just like, what? In my past videos, I mentioned how I thought maybe Armin's feeling towards Annie were Bertholdt's feelings, because Bertholdt had this crush on Annie as well. And, since Armin ate Bertholdt and, gained his memories, I thought maybe it was Bertholdt's feelings. But at the same time, I'm kind of thinking, maybe it has something to do with Bertholdt's feelings, but maybe it's more of Armin's feelings. I don't know. This was just thrown at us, honestly. I don't know how to feel about it. Like I said, it just doesn't feel like Annie for me. And then Mikasa asking if Armin's okay. She's like, Armin, are you okay? And Armin's just staring at Annie there. He's feeling so sad that she's gone. And he's just there like, And Mikasa's like, are you good? This panel here made me feel super emotional when Hanji says, hey Levi, is everyone watching? Can we face our dead comrades with pride? And, Levi's just kind of like, don't say it that way. Hanji. So, while they're preparing the plane, guess who decides to show up? Flock. Flock is back, and he is alive. I for sure thought that Flock was going to be dead, because in the past chapter, Gabby had shot Flock, so I thought, Flock's dead. But no, I was so wrong. Flock is here, and he shoots, and Mikasa is like, oh hell no, and she gets Flock. Pretty damn good. She comes in and saves the day. And Flock is dead now. But Flock has done some damage to the plane. He shot holes in the plane, and now they're kind of panicking. They're like, oh, well, there's holes in the tank now. What are we gonna do? So they're running out of time. So they decide that they have to repair the holes somehow, whether it be welding or whatever. But that takes too long, and they're running out of time, so they're struggling. It's too late for them to repair the plane, and they start hearing the rumbling, and they see the Colossal Titans approaching them, so they have to leave. I absolutely love this panel of the Colossal Titans, and this Colossal Titan in particular, he's just like throwing his hand up and his leg, and he's just like, yeah, we're here, what's up? I also find this hilarious how Annie had locked Gabby and Falco in the room, and Gabby's just like pounding on the door, just like, open the door! The Titans are coming, because they can hear the rumbling, they can hear the Colossal Titans, and Annie's just like, shut up. She's just like holding the door, and she's just like, please shut up. They start panicking, and Reiner wants to transform into his Titan, and then Hanji's like, no, stop, because he wants to buy them some time, and Hanji's like, no, there's no time for any of your Titan powers, and Hanji's just like, no, I'm going to go out there and buy you guys some time, even if it's going to cost me my life. That's Hanji Zoe for you guys. True hero right there. This panel here in particular where she's like, they're like, no, Hanji, and she's like, no, I brought everyone here. I killed countless of comrades to be here. I will take that burden. Hanji! I just like want to cry. Hanji, no! But at the same time, like I said, Hanji, she's deciding her fate. This is how she wants to go out. It's sad, but Hanji tells Armin that he is the new commander. Not sure how to feel about that. Like I said, Armin's very smart, but at the same time, he's very doubtful. I don't feel like Armin is ready for that title, but at the same time, I think he is, because, you know, this is the end of the world, basically, and it's really, really, really tough on Armin now. But as sad as it is, I absolutely love the dialogue between Hanji and Levi. Levi kind of joking around with Hanji and still calling her Four Eyes. I absolutely love that. And, you know, Hanji wants to go out as a hero. This is how she wants to go out. She decided her fate. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If this is how Hanji wants to go out herself, you know. This panel here where Hanji's like, you know it, Levi, my time has come. I want to go out with a bang, so please let me go. Hanji, I love you, but this part got me the most here, where Levi puts his hand over Hanji's heart and says, dedicate your heart, and Hanji is just kind of like, yo, I've never heard you say that, but it's funny because Levi tells Hanji to dedicate your heart, but he tells Erwin, die and give up on your dreams. Like, okay, Levi, like, I guess it just goes to show how much of a person Levi has changed. He's just kind of like, he tells Erwin, he's like, nah, give up on your dreams and die. And then now he kind of has a soft spot in his heart, and he's like, no, dedicate your heart, Hanji. So Hanji takes off, and I love how she talks, before her death, she talks about how much she loves Titans. She goes forward and with her thunder spears, and she takes out, I think, she took out maybe 4 Titans? 2 to 4 Titans? She's a total badass here. Like, you go, Hanji, you go. And she's like, Titans are really wonderful. I love how that's her last words. She's always been obsessed with Titans. That's her passion. And that's how she goes out. She Hanji Zoe, she's a hero for sure. I think her death is badass. You know, same with Keith and McGath. They did the same thing. They sacrificed themselves, and so did Hanji. She went out with a bang for sure. And this panel here where Armin and the rest are crying for Hanji. They're like, Hanji! And we have this panel here. It looks like as if she's falling into the water, it seems like. I don't know for sure. I've heard other people's interpretations and saying she's on fire, she's falling in the water. I don't know. I just know that it's really sad. And then we have Levi over here saying, see ya, Hanji. Very end of the chapter, we have Hanji waking up, and she's like, oh, where's the plane? And she wakes up, and she sees all of the other fallen soldiers. She sees Erwin, Mike, Moblet, and she just wakes up, and she's just like, Erwin, everyone, what is this? And it's so sad. And then Moblet helping her up. This panel here legit made me cry. It really did, seeing all of the fallen soldiers with Hanji becoming one of them now. So I'm wondering if Isayama is maybe foreshadowing like an afterlife, because Hanji is, you know, meeting the fallen soldiers. So I'm wondering maybe if this is foreshadowing or it's just Hanji dreaming. Who knows? I thought it was really clever of Isayama to include this in there, and just to see Erwin and all the rest of the soldiers again is nice. It's sad, but you know, hey, at least we're seeing them again. But at the same time, it's like. So to wrap things up, chapter 132, Wings of Freedom. Like I said, it left me an emotional wreck. Hanji is one of my all-time favorite characters, and to see her go is really, really sad, but it was her time to go. Once you get attached to an Attack on Titan character, just know that they're going to die soon, or sooner or later they're gonna go. Levi's time, I'm pretty sure, is up soon. Yeah, this chapter was great, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next chapter. I'm pretty sure they're going to reach Eren, and it's going to be a total cliffhanger. I don't know for sure, but we're getting super close to the end. We have, what, 3 chapters left? It's coming close to an end, and I'm not ready, but at the same time, I'm so ready, but I don't want this to end, and I'm really scared to see how it's going to end. I think we all are. We're all just kind of panicking because we don't know what's going to happen. You know, it'd be nice if we can kind of, you know, plan it all together, but you know, Attack on Titan is just so unpredictable that we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Isayama always throws these curveballs at us, and the worst has yet to come, because this is Attack on Titan. So anyway, guys, that wraps up my Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan chapter 132 review video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you guys think below in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys. Do you guys miss Hanji already? What were your favorite moments in this chapter? What do you think the next chapter is going to be like? What's going to happen? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Attack on Titan videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Burna Kenshin out.